What's up guys, this is Brett, Next Level Real Estate Group. Let's talk about discounted commissions. I've never done it in my whole life, and I know you've never done it either. We're talking about the other agents in our offices, in our local areas who are offering discounts. Just kidding. Hey, we've all done it, right? It's when we do it and how we do it. That's kind of what we want to talk about in this video. Let's talk about when it's a good idea and how to minimize the damage. So what I did, the scientist in me, I actually took a poll within our office, okay? And I said, how many people of your last 10 deals have actually even asked for a commission reduction? And what I found was about what I expected. 4 in 10 on the listing side and less than 1 in 10 on the buyer side. So this really isn't a big problem, okay? Now, the idea is it's an easy equation. Only 40% of people are even gonna ask you for a discount, okay? The other ones might wanna ask you, but they don't actually ask you. Well, what I found out was even more interesting is our agents, some of them were actually volunteering the discount rather than being asked, which I thought was insane, but that's human nature. You know, we're trying so hard to obtain deals, sometimes we get ahead of ourselves and actually offer too quickly. Now listen, when your sellers are asking you for a discount, they're not trying to rob you, manipulate you, anything. The problem is all they're seeing is your commission and every realtor is equal, okay? It's not their fault. That's just what people think. Now think about it. Have you ever written too low of an offer on a car? Have you ever written too low of an offer on a house or investment property you're trying to buy? When you were doing it, did you worry about trying to hurt somebody else's feelings? No, you're just trying to find the bottom point, the bottom line. And that's all these guys are trying to do too. So don't get too personally invested when they ask for a discount. Remember, you're not a slave. You can say no if that's what you want to do. All right, so here's what you do. About 3 or 4 years ago, I went to a listing appointment and it was a beautiful house. This lady was a doctor, she had a great property, and I really wanted to list it. But after about 4 or 5 minutes in there, pretty dang early, I could figure out she was going to be very challenging to work with. She was gonna be very hard, she was gonna communicate excessively, and she was gonna be micromanaging every single thing I did, and she had a general distrust of agents. And I hadn't written this down beforehand, but I do now. I literally thought to myself, I need to list it at this price, and I need this commission for it to be worth my time. So I told her that, set that forth. Did I get the listing? No, I did not. Okay. However, I think it saved me a lot of time because it's not the kind of person I wanted to work with anyways, especially at a discount. So when you're coming into a listing or a buying appointment, sometimes it's nice just to write down in your planner what you're willing to do this for, because at some point, 4 in 10 are gonna ask you, so you kinda need to know what you're gonna say. Now, first off, think about the big picture, okay? Is this a person who's moving out of state, you're never gonna see him again? Or is this a person who's in the same sphere as you? Is this a person you like? Is this a person that you wanna be around? Because, you know, if it's someone you're gonna work with for the next 10 years and you really like them, maybe offering a slight commission deduction isn't a bad thing. Whatever you do, don't lead with commission talk. I mean, we have so many other things we do. I mean, some guys will hold open houses all the time. Some people have excellent marketing strategies, you know, Facebook marketing strategies, all these things they're willing to do for people. You know, don't get caught up on commission, don't lead with that. The average buyer and seller, they think, here's what I'm paying, here's what you will do, and everyone will do the same thing. It's just not the case. So the idea is you have to educate them, telling them what you will do and how you are better and how you do stand out. All right, and if you find out this is the kind of person you want to work with, it's the kind of property you want to sell, and you have to match your commission, or you have to discount it slightly to match what somebody else is doing, try not to think in terms of percentages, okay? So if you have a $500,000 house and you deduct 1%, that's significant, right? But what if you decided to basically just deduct $1,500? So rather than always go to percentages, go to dollar values. Dollar values seem high as well. $1,500 to $2,000 is still much less than 1% on $500,000. We don't want to discount commissions, but it's going to happen. And there's a smart way to do it and a silly way to do it. The smart way is on our terms, okay? And to make sure we've made the choice. Remember, we are not having to do whatever a seller or buyer wants to do. We can choose. It's our time as well. It's a contract between the two of us. So there's a smart way and a bad way. Think it through, be smart, know what you're doing beforehand, and then don't take it personal, okay? The worst thing you can do is play the short game. This is a long game. Someone who may ask you for a discounted commission right now, may be one of your best clients forevermore, okay? So just remember the long game and just take it in stride.